Have you ever walked into a room and felt an eerie familiarity as if you'd been there before? Perhaps a conversation felt like a repeat, word for word, of an earlier exchange. This uncanny sensation of experiencing something as though it's happening for the second time is known as déjà vu, a French term aptly meaning already seen. Déjà vu is a fleeting, subjective experience that leaves us bewildered and intrigued. It's a sudden, unexpected feeling that we've lived through the present moment before, even though we know it's not logically possible. The experience can be so vivid and convincing that it makes us question the nature of reality itself. Is it a glitch in the matrix, a whisper from a past life, or simply a trick of the mind? While definitive answers remain elusive, scientists have made strides in understanding the mechanisms behind this curious phenomenon. Let's delve into the fascinating world of déjà vu and explore the leading theories that attempt to explain its mysteries. One prominent theory suggests that déjà vu arises from a misfire in the brain's neural pathways, specifically those involved in memory and perception. Imagine our brains as intricate networks of interconnected pathways, constantly processing information from our senses. When we encounter something new, these pathways work together to create a memory of the experience. However, if there's a slight delay or disruption in the way this information is processed, it might create a sense of familiarity even though the event is novel. Another theory proposes that déjà vu might be linked to the way our brains process spatial information. If a new environment shares subtle similarities with a place we've encountered before, our brains might mistakenly activate the memory of the previous location, triggering a feeling of familiarity. Recent research has also explored the role of the hippocampus, a brain region crucial for memory formation in déjà vu experiences. Studies using brain imaging techniques have revealed that certain areas of the hippocampus show increased activity during these episodes, suggesting a possible connection between déjà vu and memory processes. Our brains are incredibly efficient at processing information and often rely on shortcuts to make sense of the world around us. Sometimes these shortcuts can lead to perceptual glitches such as déjà vu. One such shortcut involves the way our brains handle predictions. Our brains are constantly trying to anticipate what will happen next based on our past experiences and current sensory input. If our brain predicts an event correctly, even if it's just a fraction of a second ahead of time, and it might create a sense that we've already experienced the event, leading to déjà vu. Similarly, our brains tend to categorize information into existing schemas or mental frameworks. When we encounter something new, our brains try to fit it into these pre-existing categories. If a new experience shares enough similarities with a previous one, our brains might mistakenly categorize it as a repeat, triggering a feeling of familiarity. While scientific explanations provide valuable insights into the neurological underpinnings of déjà vu, it's important to acknowledge the psychological and cultural dimensions of this phenomenon. Some psychologists believe that déjà vu might be linked to stress, anxiety, or fatigue. When we're under stress, our brains might not function optimally, increasing the likelihood of perceptual errors and memory glitches. Others suggest that déjà vu could be a manifestation of unconscious desires or anxieties. For example, if we're feeling anxious about an upcoming event, we might experience déjà vu as a way of mentally rehearsing or preparing for the event. Déjà vu also holds cultural significance in many societies. In some cultures, it's seen as a sign of spiritual awakening or a connection to past lives. Understanding the cultural interpretations of déjà vu can provide a richer understanding of how different societies perceive and interpret this enigmatic experience.